has come, folks, for me to finish a job that I started way back 3 years ago with, of course, Football Manager 2020. That's right. We are returning to Darwen, of course, to try and bring this forgotten giant, former FA Cup semi-finalist, Darwen, from the doldrums of English football, of course, hopefully to the glory years once again. That's right. We're returning after we had a good crack of it back in the COVID era, but of course things got out of hand, timings got lost, and I just couldn't finish the project that I started. But I'm here, a lot of hair less, but of course hopefully the passion still remains to drag this sleepy giant from obscurity into, of course, the promised land, the EFL. That's, of course, the early target. Of course, a long way to go. Of course, throughout the summer, that's right, the balls have stopped kicking at Ewa Park. So for the meantime, for the interim, between now, here in May, all the way through to July and maybe even August, we're going to drag this team daily with daily episodes of Football Manager 2023, the courtesy of a database edition that you can get from the Steam Workshop. Hopefully I can find it here. What did I do? I subscribed it to, the England to level 13 database. I just installed it yesterday. It's a fantastic edition. It has a load of clubs, like an insane amount of clubs. But it's a great thing to add if you want to manage a lower league. Hopefully behind me you should see the setup process for Football Manager 2023, and of course the lower league database where we include Darwen FC amongst others. Of course creating my own profile and of course loading the specific database size with keep focus on players in the UK and of course Western Europe, and then of course scrolling through to complete the installation process. Now this is going to be a daily episode, so this series will come at you daily, including the weekends if everything works out rightly, of course, as we try to get as far as we can up the ladder before Blackburn Rovers kick off the 2023-2024 EFL Championship season. That's my time limit. My time limit is daily episodes all the way up until that point. Of course, I've got to do travelling up and down Pennsylvania between then and now, so there might be a periods where I'm recording 10 or 12 episodes back to back while I'm, of course, doing my travels. But, of course, I'm familiar with all that. I ain't no slouch when it comes to making videos. Of course, after the setup process has been completed, you, of course, get to choose your profile and, of course, select your team. And, of course, Darwen, via this database, are deep down into level 12 of this database in the English pyramid. I think they're in level 12. Of course, there we go. And, of course, I've decided to select this team to be, of course, my project for the campaign. Kicking off forward, then you can then adjust your attributes before you jump in the deep end and, of course, take over the reins fully as the boss of the Salmoners. That's right. As we click on to continue. Meanwhile, there we go. It is now announced, of course, coming at you £275 a week. I am 42 years of age. Of course, we are going to be playing in the red jerseys for the time being. I've just ordered the actual retro jersey for Darwen. Of course, we do have Rodri Giggs, that's right, as assistant manager. We found him back in 2009 from the classic team who was folded back in 2009, AFC Darwen. We are very sparse on the ground. As you can see, no real recognised striker, but of course a very hot prospect in Hood between the sticks. Of course, what else do we have for you here? Of course, these are the requirements for the season. Of course, transfer budget of 1,000, no recognised striker, and of course, coming at you right here, right now, we do have one of the hot prospects as well, Hood between the sticks. Moving on to the requirements for the campaign, what have we got here? Work within the budget, record a North West Counties League Division top half finish, be competitive in the Vars, and also be competitive in the First Division division there. And of course, these are some other bits and pieces that we'll click on through before we get going for the real game. I'm just going to get all my documentation sent to me as we get ready to do some admin for Darwen. Here we are, folks, with a brand new squeaky clean season with, of course, Darwen FC, of course, rising from the ashes once again as we try to bring home some glory years to a forgotten football team in Lancashire and, of course, try to resurrect their fortunes, of course. But anyway, we've had pre-season, we brought in new players, we've crafted this team and squad together, so let's bring you back up to date with, of course, what's been going on behind the scenes, of course. So let's take a look first and foremost at the finances. They're not great. Luna's just entered the fold. I can hear her coming in now. But of course, the finances are on a bit of a slippery slope. We have a transfer budget still of £1,000, a wage budget of £906 per week. We're over that by about 45 quid. But we've been very, very busy, that's right, bringing in a whole host of players to this squad to hopefully turn us into contenders, that's right. We'll take a look at them in a minute. Let's take a look at the division itself. We're in the North West Counties League Division 1. It is blankety blank. We're in the same division as the likes of Pilkington, who of course are pretty decent. South Liverpool's or Daisy Hill. These are names that you're going to be familiar with by the end of this first season here. AFC Blackpool, of course, a team created to oppose the Oyston era with the Tangerine as well. But of course, Darwen is where our love is going to be throughout this season and beyond. Of course, let's take another deep dive look at this as well. It's the 252nd ranked division within the European pyramid here, of course, and of course the past winners over the last season. Bury, of course, since promoted. Lower Beck, Longridge Town, of course, none of these clubs are here anymore as well. Let's take a little look at the season preview then for this club. We're actually fourth favourites. We were relegated last season, 11-4 for us to go straight back up. Of course, and these are the key men across the divisions. We've got the best goalkeeper according to the media, Lewis Hood, 18 years old, ranked around about £2,500, of course. Any other star men? Let's have a little look at this. This is the transfer activity, key players. Any other key players? Let's have a scroll down here. Darwen have a couple. David Lynch as well, who is a 29-year-old midfielder. Is he one of the guys I brought in? He could very well be. Let's take a little look at those transfers then. We have been very, very busy. We've lost Daniel Ashburner, of course, to Sunderland West End. He was actually a decent centre-back, and I was actually a little bit pissed that he left. 20 quid a week he's gone over there to Sunderland West. 9 tackling strength, of course, decent play it would have been, but he's gone like the wind. But of course we have brought in a whole host of players. Sit back, get the popcorn out and have a little look at these gems. We're going to start with that man, David Lynch, formerly of Marine, of course. If we scroll through his history down the bottom here, he was formerly of Burnley way back when. Never played a game, but of course he's played, he was there for 3 seasons, so under the Dyche era, so he knows him very, very well. Played at Vanarama North level, that's his highest, but of course past couple of seasons with Marine, so he's going to be with us steering the midfield. That's right, joined by Leon Creech. In fact, these players I think might have actually been players that were brought in prior to me. Coming in from Ramsbottom United, formerly of Darwen, so a familiar face. Formerly on the books of Preston as well. Never got any games with them when they were in the Championship. Of course, they are still in the Championship as well. Lewis Hood, again, these aren't players that I brought in. I wish I could claim the glory. Formerly of Accrington, young goalkeeper. Hopefully he can be the difference maker. He's got 12 reflexes. Handling is 12 as well. That is not too shabby as well. Starman, $100 a week, £100 a week. As well. Another player brought in is Gary Basterfield. 12 finishing, 14 natural fitness and 12 pace. Now, in this level, at this lower league, I think we're level 12 of a 13-tier pyramid. These are stats that are like gold dust. And of course, realistically, you could probably throw any 11 together and they have a good chance of winning. And the same goes with the tactics. I don't expect any free-flowing fancy pants football in the first season or two, but we'll give it our best shot. Tyreek McMallum is a player that I actually did bring in. He has got 12 finishing, 12 pace as well, 14 fitness, so he could be a contender for scoring goals. 4 goals out of 4 pre-season appearances, ain't too shabby as well. Let's take a look at his former track record there. Played for Tranmere in League Two, never got any games. Played out in Wales as well for Flint Town, not too shabby as well. Scott Hadland, midfield general, 37 years of age, still got the technical abilities and a bit of mentals as well, with a bit of flair. Pace is dwindling, but of course not too shabby. And again, a veteran player, highest ever level. Was on the books for Leicester, never got sniff there, but a lot of Southern Premier. But you know, he's been around a while, and of course he will be a wise head in this division. Ross McNabb, 26-year-old left-sided defender, can play centre-back as well. We'll probably look at left-back. Good tackling, good technique, and natural fitness is 13. Long throws is 12 as well. Formerly of Middlesbrough. No games there. In fact, hasn't played anywhere. Formerly of Sunderland RCA, but now, of course, on the books of Darwen. Joined by Nathan, not Northern Ireland, but Nathan Ireland. That's right. Again, a right-sided defender who is strengthening across the board. 34 years of age, can play midfield as well. Good long throws, determination, leadership, work rate as well, good natural fitness, and of course, one of the books of Doncaster, never got a game out there, but still a point to prove. Perhaps Mark Costello, not Joe Rankin Costello, but Mark Costello, maybe his dad. I don't know if he was a bit of a wild one in his younger years. Formerly the books of Hepburn and Washington. Of course, brought in Newton Aycliffe was his last club. He is 35 years of age. Good mentals, technique is pretty savvy, and again, the fitness is pretty stellar. Joining them will be Kurt Kellerman. He is 2 metres tall. Goodness gracious me, from Guyanese. Striker, of course, 13 finishing, 13 natural pace is a bit shabby, but he's a gigantor, lanky piece, streak of piss. Hasn't scored for us in pre-season, but formerly of the books of Hollybeach United. Of course, we'll see if Kellerman can be a man to score goals. Mark Irvine, 25-year-old right-sided midfielder, can play at top as well, coming in at $20 a week. Formerly of the books of, where were you? Southampton. Played for Dorchester for a couple of games there, and he even scored 9 goals for Romsey Town. Not too shabby. Again, stats-wise, pretty shitty, but got very aggressive, good bit of flair. And of course the pace is all to be seen as well. Joining him, Nicky Porter. He is another right-sided midfielder. Actually a bit of a utility player, can play a bit everywhere. 39 years of age. Pace is shot. First touch is still there, though passing is incredible with 11. And of course his recent history is Market Drayton. Been there a long time. The stats are not there. Richard, not Lionel Mant or Lewis Mant, whatever the fuck his name is, the driver. We got Richard Mansell. He's on the left-hand side, 36 years of age. Natural fitness is still there. Decision making is also up there, as well as his first touch, and he's pretty aggressive. Not too bad as well. Coming at you, his former record says Luton Town, of course, now on the brink of the Premier League. Of course, I'm coming at you prior to the Championship playoff semi-finals, but we'll see if they actually make it as well. Stacey Cartwright sounds like a girl, but no, he's a left-sided centre-back as well. 34 years of age. Fitness is there. Markings up to 12. He could be a contender to start. Well, look at his long history of Holbeach United, Wisbech Town, Deeping Rangers, Boston Town. They're all there. Of course, Stacey Cartwright will give us his best shot. And Kyle Armstrong, not Adam Armstrong, but Kyle Armstrong. Jumping reach of 13, work rate 13, long throws 17, midfield general as well. What about his 36 though? Formerly on the books of Preston. Never played a game there though. Vanarama National League. He played for Southport, Airbus UK, Carlisle City. All the big names are there to be had. So that's, of course, the transfers. This is the squad. And, of course, we are going to get on with our first game of the campaign. That's right. So let's get cracking and have a little look then, shall we? At our roster, or our schedule of events. We're taking on Pilkington, who Darwen FC actually played in the real life in the closing game of the season. They did not win. I can't remember if they drew or not, but they did not win. So we're going to go into it with a bit of optimism, hopefully, and of course a chance to get off to a flyer. So let's pick our 11. We are going with a 4-2-4 or a 4-4-2, depending on how you look at it. So Lewis Hood is, of course, the recommended goalkeeper. He's a young gun. So then we're going to look for the left-hand side. Actually, we'll go left-hand side first. Ross McNabb potentially coming in. Richard Mansell. We're going to go for McNabb, I think, on the left-hand side. Right-hand side, we are going to go for Kyle Armstrong. Why would he be the right-hand side? He does play right-hand side. 36 years of age. I don't know if I like that. We're gonna go Nicky Porter potentially. How about you? What's your... Yeah, that looks more like Mama. 39 years of age, though. See if he can handle the pace. Centre-back will be Stacey Cartwright, left-handed side of it. Kyle Armstrong. Chris Messer has been a standout player over the course of the pre-season. He's 24. We have some good youngsters coming through the ranks as well, so I'm excited to see if they can make the breakthrough. Into the defensive midfield slots we go. Hadland has been playing. Lynch is out. We'll go Hadland. Alongside him, we will go... Oh, gosh. So it's like slim pickings already. We'll go Kyle Armstrong. We'll give him a game. Out wide, right, inverted wingers. Creech has been the main man, but Irvine has been scoring some goals as well. So if we go with... Let's go with Creech. Left-hand side. So we're looking for a right footer, technically. But Colin has been up there, he's on loan. Let's give Mansell a go, left-hand side. Up top, wow, gosh, stop messing around, Dirk, stop messing around. We're going to go with Basterfield. And of course, Callum has been the guy who I brought in, who's 10 foot tall. McCallum will be the option. About the bench then, we'll get Holden on the bench. We'll go for Irvine as well. Moving down, these names, again, I try to... look for actual data of players for Darwen to see if I can get them, if the names were anywhere near. But of course, it's very limited knowledge out there. But anyway, who cares? We're going to give it our best shot with this team, and let's see how we get on in our opening day. Let's get into the deep end. Of course, first match of FM23 up against Pilkington. Of course, Matty McNeil in the dugout. I have actually got a certain Mr. Giggs as my assistant. Not Ryan. Of course, he's in jail, or at least caught. It's his dirty... It's actually squeaky clean brother, Rodri Giggs. The one who got walked all over. That's right, Rodri Giggs is the assistant manager for me at Darwen. So we're up underway and hoping to get off to at least an unbeaten start. We are playing in the red. Mansell's already picked up a yellow card. Basterfield over to Creech. McCallum is on side. He got himself back on side. Pulled back to Hadland. Mansell with a strike, goes over the top, not too shabby. So we'll get familiar with these names, guys, because they're going to hopefully steer us up the table. Preston for Pilkington. Pilkington for Preston, you know what I mean? Backwards and forwards, forwards and backwards. But yeah, let's get familiar with these guys. Hopefully they can lead us up to some glory as well. Again, I think the roster will change frequently, season in, season out, as we are part-timers, one-year deals and all that kind of jazz. And there are a lot of veterans as well. So hopefully, maybe we can bring in some youngsters. Hits the frame of the bar. Man goes down. We get away with it. But yeah, we do have some really exciting youngsters. Hopefully we can incorporate them into the team pretty quickly, and maybe they can be the face of the place. I did do this. I did attempt to do this during the old COVID. Mainly on Twitch, but I never finished it. But we're back here, chance! Oh, it's a goal! What a Basterfield goal! It's spectacular! Wow, wow. His contract is a bit of a weird one. I've got to get that sorted out, because I know he can score goals. Basterfield with the great control here, and scoops it over keeper. That's how you do it, Edges. That's how you bloody do it. 1-0 in front against Pilkington at half-time. We've been probably second best on the shots, but XG has been better for the what do we call ourselves, the Salmoners. So far so good for the team in red. So here we go, second half now. We are going to the right hand side. Messer over the top this time. Oh, can't get through Mansell with a yellow. We will have to probably manage that. Headed in towards goal. Tyreek McCallum. He's not the giant Gantor, but of course he is a new addition to Darwen, and he gets himself a debut goal as well. 2-0. 2-0 to the Darwen. We're looking pretty savvy at the moment, aren't we? 2-0 at the moment. Can we get a league table up here? That'll do. That'll do, donkey. What else can we do? I think we might need to make some... free kick here. Hadland. Oh, it's a stinger. Pick it out, he says. What a fantastic start to the season we're having here. Let's get some of these changes here. Mix it up a little bit. Where's Gigantor? You're coming on for Basterfield. He's having a good time, though. He's having a good time. Mark Irvine. Mansell off with that yellow. Kyle Armstrong, Nathan Ireland. Let's do those. Get those yellow cards out of here. Get those yellow cards out of here. Of course, we're hoping to do these episodes daily. You know, maybe do a live show every now and again. But right here, right now, we plan to be back tomorrow. What's a good goal? Adam Gilchrist, of course, smashing it past the keeper there. Not good. Now we want to make the changes. Here we go. Porter. Over the top, lovely Creech. Oh, Kellerman, Gigantor. Could not head that towards goal. His heading is shit, though. I could... if we could get them to double digits, it would be all right. But yeah, hoping to do daily episodes of the FM, daily episodes of the FIFA, non-stop content right here at Blackburn Roverseas. We're getting back into the groove of things. Let's take it. Oh, he's bloody Gilchrist is onside again. Defended by Porter, excellent. And now sets up Creech, who sticks to McCallum. Gigantor's over there. Oh, McCallum says, you know what, this is mine. Mine, oh mine. He gets himself a second goal. What a start for Darwen. What a start for McCallum. One of my signings, my superstar signings. He could be the face of the place. McCallum, Gigantor was there waiting for you. But you know, you decided not to bother. And you did it. You executed that well. And you're justifying your start today. You might even get yourself a hat-trick if we can hit this one right on the money. Bath over the top. Hood down the ground. Island. McNabb. Irvine. Come on then. Down the middle. It's McCallum. He wants it. It's over the top. Oh, he still might get the hat-trick. Creech. There's Gigantor. Headed is shit. Heading is shit. Well, that should do it, though. That should bloody do it. Not bad. 4-1 away day victory for Darwen to get us up and running. These are the names of the place. So hopefully they will be the guys that will steer us to at least... Since we got relegated, surely we're going to be one of the promotion contenders. We'll see how the season pans out. So next up, of course, behind Daisy Hill at the moment. So we got a lot of... we've got to keep an eye on them. As of course the season transcribes or whatever. Listen, look at that pre-season there. 12, nothing better than a 12-goal thriller against the second string. But anyway, of course, I'm going to come back maybe for the Vars and the South Liverpool game. I'll do these other two off camera. Looks like could be 4 home games on the spin here, but we'll see. But that is it, guys. That is it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and all that kind of jazz. And I'll see you soon for some more Darwen FC out of the shadows.